Yeah, welcome back, everybody. How you doing? I hope you are good. Yes. So, please, if there's any issue, if there's any question you have, you can send it to the website. I've told you. Please do not hesitate to send the questions, whichever question you have, to the group, to the website rather. Yeah. So today we'll be talking about the Civil Service Commission. So the first week we tried to explain civil service, right? And I told you, I said civil service is a department in the executive arm of government that helps in the implementation and the execution of what? Of policies. I told you the president is just seen as is just there to oversee the backbone of government. The backbone of every government is the what? Is the civil service. If the civil service is not doing well, the government is not doing well. That's just a fact. All these policies you are seeing that are being made and the execution of those policies, although we are attributing them to the government, the president, the governors, but trust me, the backbone, the real people doing the work are the civil service. They are the one formulating, they are the one on the field, they are the one doing other things like that. So the people doing the real work, the main job, the main business is the civil service. So we have talked about them, we have talked about their class, we have talked about what they do. So today I want to talk about one of the controls of civil service, because definitely when power is congested in a place, when power is too much in the hand of an individual or in the hand of a body of people, in the hand of a group of people, definitely it is certain they will misuse it. That's normal thing. Just imagine you are given the power to become the president of Nigeria. What's the first thing you're going to do if you are not tamed, if you are not controlled? So that is what we want to talk about. So I want to talk about the Civil Service Commission. So this body, this commission, is responsible for controlling civil service. So it serves as a means of controlling, taming the civil service so that it will not misuse its power. So what is the definition? The Civil Service Commission is an independent body. Are you getting it? Just like in a school, we have the teachers and we have the management. So the management is there to oversee, because if the teachers are left to themselves, some teachers might decide not to go to classes. So that is what the Civil Service Commission is there to do. It's an independent body, just like the management is different from the teachers. So the civil service is independent of the civil servants. So it is there and it is set up by government with the what? With the responsibility of remitting workers into the service, that is employing people, recruiting people into the service based on merit, what I told you last week. So the recruitment into civil service should be based on merit. However, that is not the case in Nigeria, but we have to accept it like that. Theoretically, the recruitment into civil service must be based on what? On merit. So, and the body that oversees the recruitment is what? The Civil Service Commission. So if, let's assume you are looking for an engineer in the Ministry of Works now, the body responsible for employing that engineer is the Civil Service Commission. Are you getting it? So that is it. So the body also oversees the discipline, the promotion, and the dismissal of workers. Now, if, let's assume in a school, let me use a school as an example because that's what you are familiar with. So let's assume in a school, we have 5 teachers. One is taking government, civic, and so on and so forth. So let's assume the one taking civic fails to resume to class, maybe did not go to class. Do you think the one taking government can go and correct him? He will not do that because they are colleagues. So that's why there is a principal there to what? To correct whenever they are doing wrong. So that is the work of the Civil Service Commission. The Civil Service Commission is there to what? To oversee the operations of the civil service. The Service Commission is there to oversee the operations of the civil servants. That is to guide them, to discipline them, to promote them whenever there is a need for promotion and so on and so forth. So let's go to the functions of the Civil Service Commission. I've said it all. Those are the functions. Number one, employment. The Civil Service Commission is empowered to remit highly qualified personnel into the civil service, either by competitive examination or oral interview. So they are the one that is responsible for recruiting civil servants. Maybe they need a new person in a new position. The work of the Civil Service Commission is to what? Is to employ, to put it out there. We need workers. Then after they have put it out there, they are going to assess the applicants. After assessing them, then anyone that qualifies will be given the appointment. So that is number one function of the Civil Service Commission. Then we have promotion. So maybe every 5 years, maybe they are promoted. So let's assume you are in level 1 and 2025, you must be promoted. So the body responsible for the promotion, that is from level 1, you go to level 2. So the body responsible for promotion of that civil servant is the Civil Service Commission. Then we have transfer. Maybe there is a need for a lawyer in Edo State and they could not get easily. So and you are in Lagos State, you can be transferred. Please go to Edo State. Go and represent us. We need your service there. So the body responsible for the transfer of civil servants is the Civil Service Commission. Then we have discipline. Definitely, when you don't have something that is there to control you, when you don't have anybody there to control you, you tend to misbehave. So the body there to discipline. When they go wrong, they can sanction them, they can reduce their salary, they can whatever it is. So they are there to discipline civil servants. And we have retirement. After, if you have served for maybe 35 years, you have to retire. So the body responsible for retirement of civil servants is the Civil Service Commission. And dismissal. If you do anything wrong, you can be dismissed if the penalty is worth dismissing you. And the body responsible for dismissal, the first thing is that they are going to assess your crime. If your crime is not worth dismissal, they will not dismiss you. But if your crime is worth dismissal, they are going to dismiss you. They are going to give you a letter they're going to give you a sack letter. Baba, you have tried for our business, for our company. You have to go. So the body responsible for that is the Civil Service Commission. And we also have condition of service. So it is this body also that makes sure that the condition of service of civil servants is okay. That is, we have the basic things in the office. The salary is okay. The work environment is nice and stuff like that. Everything like that. So the body responsible for that is the Civil Service Commission. So the next one we're going to talk about is the Ombudsman, or the Public Complaints Commission. Ombudsman. Now, this ombudsman is like a body. Are you getting it? That investigates and examines cases of injustice. Cases of what? Of injustice. Now, I think there was a time VDM had an issue with maybe prison head, something like that. That they said Bobrisky did not spend her days in the prison. That she was given, Bobrisky was given. He was given a separate and comfortable prison instead of him to be in the normal prison. And VDM raised the case. He said he had evidences, he had this, he had that. Now, what happened when those evidences came out? Ombudsman, that is the Public Complaints Commission, had to invite both VDM and the head of the prison to come and say to what, come and talk about this allegation. They said you carried VDM and you carried Bobrisky and you put him in a different prison. You put him in a different apartment so that he can be enjoying instead of serving his term in the prison. So the people responsible for what? For looking into cases of injustice and corruption and unfair treatment of the public by the civil servant or by the public servant is the what? Is the ombudsman. Are you get what I'm trying to say now? So the ombudsman which is known as Public Complaints Commission, was first introduced in Sweden in 1808. Are you getting it? And it was introduced in Nigeria in October 1975 by the military administration of General Murtala Mohammed. So they are there to oversee and control. They are there to what? To examine, to investigate. Whenever there is issue of injustice, whenever there is issue of what? Of corruption, they are there to investigate. Are you getting? So that is ombudsman. Now, what are the functions or importance of ombudsman? Number one, to ensure that the public officers discharge their duties in line with the laid down rules. Because I've told you, when people are given excessive power, they tend to misuse it. So ombudsman is there to make sure it is what you are asked to do that you are doing. You are not exceeding your responsibility. I'm sorry to say this, but a police officer that is just on the roadside, that is not supposed to do some things, they are doing it, and that is not their job. The police officer doing what they are not supposed to do. So if you have an issue like that, you can report such person to ombudsman, and ombudsman will look into that matter. So if you have any public servant, any civil servant that treats you bad or that misuses his power, are you getting it? So you can raise the issue and take it up to ombudsman. They are there to what? To support us. They are there to help the citizens, the citizens of Nigeria, and prevent us from abuse of power against corrupt public and civil servants. So that's number one. Number two, they protect our rights and liberties. That's it. Number three, they investigate cases of what? Maladministration by public officers. There are some public officers that they administer their responsibilities in the wrong way. Are you getting it? Just like the case of the prison head and Bobrisky. They said Bobrisky was not in the prison, and he was supposed to be in prison. So that's a case of maladministration by the prison head. So, and what did the commission do? The commission invited Bobrisky, invited VDM that has the evidence, and also invited the EFCC so that they can talk it through. So that is it. Then number four, the ombudsman has the power to what? Suggest some changes in the laws of the land. They are the one on the field. They know what's going on, so they can suggest that let's change this policy. This policy is not working. People are getting away with it. Are you getting it? So that is it, and so on and so forth. So limitations to the power of ombudsman. Now, the powers of the ombudsman is limited. And what are the things that limit it? Number one, they do not have power to enforce its investigations. Now, okay, we have carried out an investigation. We have realized that okay, this person is guilty. And the next step is to what? Is to maybe, let's assume, you should be sentenced. You should be taken to court and maybe sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. The ombudsman does not have the power to what? To enforce what it has investigated. It just investigate and hand it over to another person. And if that other person is a friend of the person that was investigated, the case can die down. I mean, that's a problem. So the ombudsman does not have the power to what? To enforce its investigation. It can only investigate and recommend. After investigation, it will recommend it. So number two limitation is that it cannot investigate top government officials like Director General, State Governor, President. It cannot do that. Okay? How dare you go and investigate governor? How do you want to do it? So they don't have the power to investigate top officials. And if you are a low-level official, and let's assume you have the contact of top officials, you can call them if you have any problem, and they will tell the ombudsman to stop investigation. I don't want to. There's a case I heard, but I don't want to say it. A very high person in Nigeria was about to be investigated, but because the person has Baba Saleh, Godfather, so he called the Baba Saleh, the Godfather, and said, "Alpha, this is what is happening." Before you know it, Baba Saleh called. They called the investigators. Stop investigation, or we are going to sack you. What will you do? So that's a problem in Nigeria, and I pray God help us solve it. Number 3, it lacks the power to what? To reverse court decision. That one is normal. You cannot reverse court decision. If whatever the court says is final, that's the law. I guess it. So number 4, they need to preserve state security and vital national interest hinders the commission's access to information and document. Now, another one is the need to preserve state security and vital national interest hinders the commission's access to information and document. There's some cases they cannot investigate because they will be like it will affect the national interest. Let us keep it. Let's keep it low key. So number 5, lack of confidentiality of ombudsman constitutes to what? To a limitation. That is, they are not confidential, they are not secret. Whatever it is they are doing, they have to reveal it. It's open, it's everywhere. So that's a problem and a limitation to the powers of the ombudsman. So we have come to the end of the class. If you have any question, kindly forward it to the appropriate channels. Thank you.